Let's get into it. Let's go. Let's go. Well, I thought this was going to happen. You know, I've said it before. I was just saying it last episode. All of these candidates recently have learned how to use social media. They took a cue from Trump. You know, Trump showed them the way with Twitter and what could be done. And now Vivek, you know, RFK Jr., they're using podcasts. They're getting out there. They're doing town halls. They're doing all sorts of things. They're really getting their message out there. Ron DeSantis hasn't taken to it as well. He did that one Spaces with Elon Musk, and that was very promising. I liked it. I liked the fact that he did it. It was a pretty big deal, but he's just not ready for those sit-down interviews. He's not ready for those long-form conversations. A lot of people talk about how he doesn't have enough personality, and I think he's incredible as a governor. He's just incredible. He fought for the people, kept the people in mind every step of the way, and did some great things. But he's just not ready for this. He's not ready for this presidential race. He's not ready to be against Trump. And he's proven that today with what he decided to say about Trump voters. As always, you already know the clothing store, IamCoachColin.com. Check it out. Get your Public Enemy #1 shirt right there. Get your certificate of achievement as a pure blood and proud, or get your Soul Not For Sale shirt right there. Discount code I am Coach Colin, all capital letters, all one word, one L in the name Colin, gets you 10% off. You're very welcome. And if you've already done that, thank you so much. But let me show you what Ron DeSantis decided to do today. Oh, Ron.
We have a strand in our party that views supporting Trump as whether you are a rhino or not. And so you could be the most conservative person since sliced bread. Unless you're kissing his rear end, they will somehow call you a rhino. So if you're not rooted in principle, if all we are is listless vessels that's just supposed to follow, you know, whatever happens to come down the pike on Truth Social every morning, that's not going to be a durable movement.
Okay, so Charlie, I've covered a lot of...
Buddy, wrong move. Wrong move, Ron. That's what I should title this episode. Wrong move, Ron. That's my nickname. If I was a politician, that's what I'd be calling this guy. Wrong thing to do, to call out Trump supporters, to call out Truth Social, to go against Trump. I mean, you can go against them, you can run against them, but you should be taking the path that Vivek is taking of just being really nice. RFK Jr. is taking that same path. Don't want to go at Trump supporters because, listen, they're, you know, like Beyonce has a following, or like Katy Perry or any of these superstars. Trump's is that times 10. And you just decided to go at Trump, Truth Social, and his voters all in one sentence. You're done. That's it. This is my prediction from now. You're going to see Vivek is going to be above him very soon, and it's going to get higher and higher and higher. And DeSantis is going to get lower and lower. He's going to probably put his foot in his mouth a little more like this. He's more than likely going to apologize for what he just said in the next day or two. I predict that as well. He's going to apologize to the voters. They're not going to care. Other people who heard him do this, they're going to think that he's spineless because he's apologizing. This is the beginning of the end. Arguably, the beginning of the end already took place, but this is it. You want to take a swipe at Trump voters. You're done. You're done, especially with them. And you got to think of this. Ron DeSantis, who was his base of people that were going to vote for him? This guy's going against mandates. He's fighting against Disney. He's fighting against woke culture. All great things, but all of those things have something in common. A lot of those people who believe in that agenda and believe of going against that agenda are also Trump supporters. So now you're not going to get anybody from the left on your side. That's never going to happen. It's just not. That's not going to happen at all. You're not going to get anybody from Trump's side of things. Who's going to be the people who vote for you now? His best shot was to be somewhat like Trump and pull those people away from Trump. That was his best shot, and he just threw it all away. So he's done. This is This is a short one. This is a short eulogy for Ron DeSantis, sanctimonious, and it's over now. So you're hearing it here first. It's done for Ron. I didn't believe all the Trojan horse stuff. I didn't find it. I looked into it heavily, very, very heavily. I didn't find anything that told me he actually received financing from George Soros. And believe me, I looked into it quite a bit. I spent hours looking into that. I couldn't find any proof of that. The Trojan horse thing, I didn't quite believe it. Then I saw him sit down with Tucker Carlson. The way he was speaking was kind of like a lot of double speak. I talked about it. Didn't quite believe in what he was saying. It sounded like there was somebody in the background where he'd be asked a question, couldn't fully answer it, would say, yeah, we're going to try. And it's like, who's we? Are you going to try or not if you're in office? So it seemed like there was some people behind him kind of controlling him. Kind of gives a little, it makes the Trojan horse thing seem a little more possible. And then he does something like this. No idea what's happening now. Had faith in him. Had big faith in him. Joe Rogan, I couldn't find the clip, but Joe Rogan was in a podcast where he said, if I was Ron's friend and he came to me and said he was going to run, he's like, I'd be like, don't do it, man. And yep, couldn't agree more. He wasn't ready to go against Trump. You put him against maybe Tucker in 2028 if Tucker runs. You put him against Vivek in 2028 if Vivek decides to run again. I could see that happening. I could see him combating those people well. But Trump just threw him off. Like, look at him. He's stepping outside of his character. He said before he didn't want to take shots at people. But Trump has that way. He has that way of getting at you just a little bit. He gives you a little nickname. It's like a jab. He's like the Ali of politicians. He just gives you a little jab. You get annoyed. You get really annoyed. And then you throw a punch. Oh, he backs up a little bit. And now the knockout's coming. He's done. Well, if you haven't liked the video already, like the video. Definitely, if you have Ron DeSantis on like Twitter or Instagram, just write condolences on any post that you see. Just my condolences. Really sorry for your loss. Just put that there. I'm sure his team will let him know that it's there because he's definitely not manning his own social medias. And other than that, I'm out.